work incredibly well when they work really well and make us kind of go, oh, but at the same time not freak everyone out. It's fully personalized quasi-opt-in tracking. Sensors are going to be a huge thing over the next 5 years as you find more sensors. I think this particular one is a thing you can plug into apples and it tells you whether it's organic based on the potassium levels or something like that. You can just buy them on the internet. But you can sense anything. You can sense light, you can sense motion, you can sense temperature, you can sense magnetic fields, gravity, humidity, moisture, vibration, pressure, electrical fields, sound, and all aspects of the physical environment. You can begin to stretch the motion of sort of, what do I want to say? Things that get, at an artistic level, things that get very interesting. When you begin to talk about elemental particles, when you begin to talk about sort of the environment that we are in. As an artist, this becomes absolutely fascinating. You're going to go downstairs and see cloaca, and you begin to think about what happens when your information, when your personal, your breath begins to respond to their artwork. This is, if you can buy it on the internet, we can all do it. You can actually, there's a lovely little device that means that if you've got your camera out and you can point it at someone's forehead, it's just going to use the green channel and have a look at the intensity of your pulse. It's just going to remove all of the other colors, and it's going to see that you've got a pulse there, and it's going to, count the beats, and then it will read your pulse. So cameras can, your phone cam can read your pulse. We're at a very, very strange place where actually the technology is really creepy. It's right out there, and we haven't actually gone with it because it was boring techie people talking about it. Thought. This is by Emotive, which is an Australian company. The one on the right is their first design. We've got one of those in my lab just because I thought it'd be useful to have one. And they're not very expensive. And you can control. You can teach it to know whether you're thinking up, down, forward, back. We haven't managed to do this yet, but you can. I've seen lovely demos. I've seen them for a few years now. This is the next model along, which actually doesn't look like you're having a medical procedure done. This is now. This isn't like super high tech. This is now go buy it on the internet. Perfectly acceptable product. So what does this mean in terms of how we see these things? So how do we see these things? We see these things on screens. Good news for everyone of a traditional bent. Screens aren't going anywhere. We can continue to make things for screens. Smaller and smaller screens, bigger and bigger screens, lots and lots of screens everywhere. Long term, I don't think screens. Personally, I'm not a great fan of screens. Anyone really like screens? If you don't like it, if humans don't like it, generally